Out into the wild, indigenous child, surviving formidable trials. I stand in the rain, scanning the blaze in pursuit of the villainous bile, who sent everything that I love into flame. Descent is my name, let me perfecting my aim, revolution the game. The blood of the queen. The sting of the animus, they bring out the man in us. I'm the king of the kill, it's unanimous. I'm slitting your throat, red matches your coat. The brave and the free, they were bad with us. From NY to Boston, it's a beautiful world to be lost in. The snow of the frontier, we go to hunt here. Now the future is unclear. Fathers of freedom are found in the future. They fight in the face of the flame. So ready your bayonet, don't just stop praying. Yet my tomahawk has a land to reclaim. A brother to lead. A brother to lead. The blood of the queen. Musket guns and silver slivers. Justice runs in crimson rivers. Words of ancient truth will follow. Bleed these veins into tomorrow. Musket guns and silver slivers. Justice runs in crimson rivers. Words of ancient truth will follow. Bleed these veins into tomorrow.
What up, Andy? Yeah, it's maintenance. Not on the PC though, brother. Not on the PC. And that, my friend, is why I'm on the PC right now. Figured why not, you know? Trying to organize all my stuff here. What up, Zion the Gamer? Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Okay, I think I got this situated now. Somewhat. I like the new update. There's things I don't like about it, to be honest. To be blunt, what I don't like about it is the fact that there's a lot, over 250,000 gold in the bank. I got a bunch of surveys to do for when I reach max level. I'll have all the mats I need. I know a lot of people don't like to do writs because it's boring and whatnot, but hopefully by watching, you know, my videos, you can kind of see how efficient it can be. And if you ever need help with me kind of setting me up with that, I just get into a routine every day with my tunes. What up, Squish Mouse? How you doing? I park them at the stable here in Vordenfell is the place I like to do them the most. And again, on the PC, I got nothing. So you see, I got my highest level tune here is a level 31. All the other ones are like level 7, 9, 10. So every day I try to get my writs done, and doing writs on the computer is a lot more efficient than on the PS4. If I'm talking too loud, let me know, because I got music blasting in my ear. If the music's too loud or something, if you want me to make some adjustments, just let me know. How does the spell sword build work? So are you speaking specifically with, like, give an example, like maybe a mag sword with a two-handed greatsword for the extra damage across the board? Is that what you're speaking of specifically? All my tunes are parked at the stable. The ones that need to upgrade their mounts. If they don't need to upgrade their mounts, then I don't put them at the stable. I visit the banker first for my potions to see if I have any. I did have some in there, so I took them out automatically. You can see how my writs are done for me here. It's a lazy writ crafter up there. I'll show you here. So if you go to like the add-ons, see all these add-ons, settings, add-ons, go in a lazy crit crafter, and I can actually make it to where it like crafts like 3 days, so I don't, you know what I mean? Every time I craft something. Okay, so yeah, let me turn that down a little bit. So one-handed sword. Not really familiar with the one-handed. Let's look into it. So you're saying spell, sword, build? Right here you're talking? 25,000 views? You can see I don't have any money, but if I click on the stats, look how much I've made already. Total reward value, 3.5 million gold. Isn't that crazy? No, they outdated. Yeah. Kind of what I was thinking, buddy. Well, I can try to craft for my meg, so I can try to see if I can get a one-handed sword. Talking dual wield? Or are you talking sword and board? So when you say one-handed sword, what would the other weapon be? A sword or a board? Or would it be a dual wield? If you guys are interested in becoming a part of our Discord, I have not heard of that person, but if you're interested in becoming a part of our Discord, and for those of you that are trying to There's our Discord, and in that Discord you can see when the server's up here, so you can see the server's down. This will let me know when the server's up on the PS4. So yeah, we'll probably throw that over here somewhere. Probably try to throw it up like this. One-handed spell sword. Cast magic with the other hand. Where would I look it up at? It looks like YouTube's got a bunch of outdated builds. I feel like I should make a YouTube video out of it. So for those of you that are wondering like why I haven't made a YouTube video in a while, ever since I got my new setup, I used to stream from the PS4, and then I got a gaming computer and stuff like that, 3 monitors, so I stream through a PC, and now I'm actually streaming from the PC as well. My PS4 is maintenance for ESO, but I haven't been able to upload videos ever since I got my new setup. So what I'm doing is I'm copying all my footage to a USB storage device. I got 23 minutes left of that, and once that's all copied over, then I'll be able to start making YouTube videos again. Appreciate your patience on that. A lot of people wanted me to make like build videos and stuff like that, but just figuring that out here today. It's a lot of work when it comes to this kind of stuff. Seems like there's always something to do, you know? Okay, so you want me to look that guy up. Alright, I'll look him up. I'll look him up right now. Screw it. Ryzen Neo. I think it could probably benefit me somehow in one way, shape, or form.
Everyone's busy coming and going, not paying attention to what they're supposed to be doing, driving. Suddenly, you're on the receiving end of someone else's negligence. What do? You call 1-800.
Don't trust your eyes. That is not a Nintendo Switch with sweet clear plastic Joy-Cons. In fact, it's not even made by Nintendo at all. That's right, it's a full-blown gaming PC in the shape of a Nintendo Switch. It's got controller buttons, joysticks, and a D-pad, and based on the marketing at least, it's got enough raw gaming dragon energy to compete with real handheld consoles while carrying the weight of a full Windows 10 installation. How, you might ask? Let me put it this way. If you saw the GPD Win 3 and you thought, man, how awesome would it be if they did that, but they went AMD? I'm holding the answer. Just like I hold the answer to who our sponsor is. War Thunder is an online military vehicle combat game that's free to play and tons of fun. Try it for free down below and get some special bonus items for signing up. Devices like the Aya Neo are clearly niche compared to purpose-built handheld consoles from the likes of Nintendo. But as the hardware has caught up to the idea of a handheld portable gaming PC, the popularity of these is absolutely exploding. As of filming this video, the GPD Win 3, which is kind of the incumbent in the category, has raised over $3 million on its Indiegogo campaign. And why shouldn't it? Honestly, for being hands-on, it's pretty great. Which means, though, that the Neo here is going to have to be even greater in order to stand out. Aya's company history is short but fascinating. It was only founded at the start of 2020 by a man we'll be calling Uncle A, who dreamed of creating a truly zero compromises gaming experience that he could take with him anywhere. He ended up moving to Shenzhen, and despite having no obvious business experience, here he is a year later with a team of 11 people, over 1,000 pre-orders for the console in China, and an Indiegogo that's already raised $1.5 million. And we're gonna have that linked below, but I wouldn't recommend clicking it just yet because all of that sounds like a pretty unbelievable story, and we haven't even tried this thing out for you yet. Now, under normal circumstances, I like to crack open these kinds of devices to take a look at the internal layout, but what's cool is Aya actually saved me some trouble by sending over one of their limited edition units with a clear plastic shell. At the heart of it, we find their Raptor Hexacore Ryzen 5 4500U with Vega 6 integrated graphics, which I guess is their way of saying it has a Ryzen 5 4500U processor. I don't know where the Raptor stuff comes from. It's paired with 16 gigs of LPDDR4X memory clocked in at 4266 megahertz, and then up here is a full-sized M.2 slot with a 1TB Western Digital SN530 NVMe SSD. And over here we can see the 47 watt-hour battery. Now these would be pretty modest specs in a laptop, but handheld? They're a lot more impressive and really cool. On that note, by the way, the built-in all-copper cooler is small, but I would describe as fairly mighty. We did experience thermal throttling during heavy extended workloads, but it managed to hold our 6-core CPU at over 2.8 gigahertz and without getting unpleasantly loud. When it comes to general use, the Neo continues to improve. Aya offers a download on their website to JoyXoff, which allows you to use the controller inputs for mouse control, but it still falls behind the Win 3's hardware keyboard that's hidden behind a sliding screen. To be clear, GPD's approach is not perfect. But if you've ever used the on-screen keyboard on a Nintendo Switch, you'll have a pretty good idea of what the experience is like on the Neo, where even typing something basic like lttstore.com, such fine merchandise, requires shifting your grip or reaching beyond the point of comfort. One cool quality of life improvement is the inclusion of these two 4-button clusters on each side. The left has Xbox-style start and select keys, a shortcut to Windows' game bar menu, and a toggle for the built-in green lighting. Ooh, should turn that on. While the right has the Windows and Escape keys and shortcuts to bring up Task Manager and the on-screen keyboard. Curiously though, this keyboard button summons the worthless classic Windows on-screen keyboard, so I would strongly recommend just pushing here in the bottom right corner and getting the touch appropriate one. What all of this tells me is that you could make a case for the Neo as a daily driver piece. It's got 3 USB Type-C 10 gigabit ports with DisplayPort 1.4 built in. I mean, that's better I/O than some decent sized laptops already. But then that argument falls apart a little bit unless you're willing to dock it every time you want to do more than just browse YouTube or Netflix, because it's just not that easy to use. Clearly, Uncle A was laser focused on building a portable gaming system. And for that, you know what, Uncle? You got a lot of things right, starting with the screen. The Neo's 7-inch HIPS panel has a peak brightness of 500 nits and resolution of just 1280 by 800. But you know what? That's actually a really good choice here. I wouldn't start doing all my Photoshop work on it, but it's bright and accurate enough that it's not distracting, and it offers reasonable pixel density while being much easier for the low-powered integrated graphics to drive at its native resolution. Now, it's only 60 Hertz, but given that we're looking at a little over an hour and a half of battery life in a moderately demanding game like Rocket League, that was probably a wise choice. The biggest thing that stands out about the gaming experience, though, is the screen, because 7-inch doesn't sound a lot bigger than the 6.2 inches of the Nintendo Switch, but it feels downright immersive, especially compared to the 5.5-inch display on the GPD Win 3. Where it falls behind, however, is the speakers. While they're large, they did not meet my expectations and could be best described as tinny and hollow. Thankfully, the controller experience makes up a significant amount of this ground. They're Joy-Con style, which means that if your hands are better described as paws, you might end up cramping after an extended play session, but as someone with smaller hands who is used to using the Nintendo Switch, I found them just downright usable. That is, as long as I wasn't trying to. Unlike the Win 3, the Neo does not have analog style trigger buttons. As for performance, it's really good. Even though AMD's Zen 2 based 4500U isn't quite enough to keep up with the 11th gen core chosen by GPD, esports games like Rocket League run well enough that I would describe them as butter smooth. And as for AAA games, while EA's claim that it can run Cyberpunk should be taken with a grain of salt, the game does technically run, even if it feels extremely sluggish and definitely doesn't look its best. Emulation, on the other hand, is frankly awesome. And since we're relying on AMD rather than Intel graphics drivers, we encountered far fewer random incompatibilities and glitches. A bigger performance issue we ran into seemed to be related to Wi-Fi. In online matches, we'd experienced lag spikes and irregularities that were resolved by plugging in a dongle and switching to a wire. So what we'd like to see before they ship this thing is maybe some tweaks to the Wi-Fi antenna while they're also fixing the speakers. But there's good news, because other than those two complaints, if you're the kind of person who wants a device like this in your life, EA is off to an incredibly good start here. Like, GPD has been playing in this game for a lot longer, and it does show in the maturity of their designs, but the Neo is already a dangerous competitor, and I expect that the rivalry between these two is only going to heat up once mobile Ryzen chips with AMD's Zen 3 architecture start showing up. In fact, I was reading today, GPD is working on a Zen-based Win Max. Anyway, as always, we won't outright recommend a crowdfunded product. It's not finished yet, but at around the same price as the Win 3, this one is compelling enough that, as I said before, we're at least gonna put the link in the description and let you decide if you wanna back it. Just like you need to decide to check out our sponsor. War Thunder is a free-to-play online military vehicle combat game that's available for Windows, Mac, Linux, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S with crossplay. There's over 34 million players from all over the world, and it features an incredible arsenal of more than 1,700 historically accurate playable tanks, aircrafts, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s. They've got massive combined arms battles on over 80 major battlefields from World War II to the end of the Cold War, and the game is always being developed with free major updates every couple of months that add even more content, including vehicles, maps, and new gameplay features. So head to the link below and start playing War Thunder for free. You'll be able to get a bonus premium vehicle just for signing up. If you guys enjoyed this video and you enjoy learning about these kinds of handheld devices, we talked about it a lot, go watch the video about the GPD Win 3. It's also pretty sick.
I have a challenge for
War
all of
Thunder,
you. Go
huh?
to every computer in your house, your mom's, your
What do you
dad's,
guys
your
think?
sister,
Should I
your brother's
try? Should I
computer,
click
and
War
install
Thunder?
Honey. Wait, Mom, before you check out, do you have Honey installed?
What's honey?
Oh, no. It's a free browser add-on that automatically applies coupon codes when you check out online.
So what's the catch?
There is no catch. My mom wants to buy these 3 jackets online. They cost $639.
Alright, well, we might click on that in a little bit. War Thunder looked pretty cool. I wonder how many people you can have on it.
You look a bit lost.
You look a bit lost. No tie, huh? Okay, I don't know how to fix that.
I came to visit.
What I like to do is I like to buy a few of these, a few of these, and a few of these, and go in there and deconstruct them. There we go. Problem solved. I need some fishy sticks in my life. Guess not. Okay. So we're all done with those writs. Sell my stuff here. Stop by the bank.
Piece of
Deposit all my stuff. I'll deconstruct this with my crafter later. Alright, 2240. Boom, 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 boom. .47 minutes and I can upgrade that. Four minutes left of my USB download, then we can work on some YouTube videos if you guys want. Or we can try to level my Sork up and get some CP as fast as we can. Got no CP. Alright. Doesn't look like I got any experience pots. Pretty sure somebody just got murdered next to me, and when I try to mind my own business, I don't want to be considered a witness. I'm trying to do writs here, they're very important.
Fine goods at fair prices.
Don't have any tie, huh? Alright, well let's do the same thing here. Didn't take long, just had to deconstruct one of them. pewter ounce. Okay. Looks like we need to find some pewter. All done there. And we're all done with our writs. See how it just takes a few minutes? I think we should time it. Level 10 just from doing writs. Redguard Nightblade. Let's go. Let's go. I can get into Cyrodiil with these peoples. But I'm going to spec into crafting instead. Missing tie, let me guess. Good to go now. I think we should, just for the heck of it, do a timer. See how long it takes to do writs with one character. We'll do that starting next. Next tune.